Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and this is going to be a video response to my good buddy, brother from another mother, TJ Pyramid, as to the spark. You know, what was that spark in your life, going early on in life, in childhood, whatever it happens to be, maybe in your teenage years, that gets you, interested in the fandoms and the things collecting, whether it be action figures, movies, comic books, all those kinds of things. Where did that, spark originate from? And in a nutshell, for me personally, I mean, my earliest memories are surrounding things like Star Wars, which is kind of a two-part between the action figure collecting and being into movies and a movie buff and seeing how movies were made, being interested in learning those things. Star Wars is a big, probably tantamount factor for that in my life. In any case, there were also things like the superpowers, action figures, Superman, Batman, Robin, Wonder Woman, Penguin, Joker, and the Batmobile that I had as a kid, Transformers. Much more knew the toys than the cartoon, as it turned out, as well as, basically the Thundercats. I had some Thundercats figures. I remember having a Spider-Man that may or may not have been part of the Secret Wars line. I don't remember off the top of my head. But it was stuff like that. I mean, movies such as Ghostbusters and Back to the Future were some of my earliest, just being drawn to entertainment and wanting to learn more. And I remember being a very early reader. I read when I was in, elementary and middle school, and I kind of got out of it after a while. The last things I read was like Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn. Which I did enjoy, but it didn't quite hit the niche of my interest. And so for about a decade and a half, I had gotten away from reading, and it wasn't until I actually pulled out one of my old Sherlock Holmes books that I got from my grandparents that I started reading again. And I had found my passion for writing while I was in middle school, and this coincided with that. So it was kind of a little bit of wanting to learn the trade a little better and look at some classics with Sherlock Holmes works by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. And bridging from there, I mean, I later stumbled onto a whole line of Star Trek fiction, which I've been just reading lots and lots of, and stuff like that. I mean, that's where it all basically was born. Cartoons, the comic books actually came pretty early in my life because I had stumbled across some Archie comic books in my grandparents' basement from, childhood of their other son and everything like that. It's just really awesome to think back to all these little things that, ended up playing such a big role in my life later on, because those were the sparks that kept my interest, born my interest really, but have kept that interest alive to this day with a lot of the stuff that I'm interested in, from Doctor Who to Star Trek to sci-fi and superhero movies, and collecting action figures and especially anime stuff. In 1997, my cousin brought down Final Fantasy VII. Character designs in that game were very much reminiscent to anime fare, and that born my love in Japanese culture and history, as well as the whole anime genre. And from there, I never would have gotten to this point where I've watched so many anime series, and I'm such a big fan of them, and I've collected so many, anime-related collectibles and manga and everything like that. So, definitely a fascinating topic. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below, or anyone who would like to do a video response to this. Where did you get your start to, this love of the fandom and collecting and all that kind of stuff? I'd love to hear from you and know what for you did it. What made you become the fanboy or fangirl that you are, and want to surround yourself with these things that you love and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, otherwise, I hope this video finds you well. I'll catch you all later. Peace.